Hello and welcome to PowerDrift. This is the Motor Show update. We are obviously talking about EICMA 2021, the best, greatest motorcycle show there is. Unfortunately, this year we are in Mulchi, Maharashtra, not Milan, Italy, but the coverage remains the same. And today, in this video, we're going to talk about the brand new 2022 Fireblade. Before we go ahead, please do hit subscribe, the bell notification icon. I think it's alright for you to hit the like button right now itself if you want to. And please do show this video to your friends. So the reason why the Fireblade has a big year ahead of it is because in 1992, Tadeo Baba created the first of what we know as the current Fireblade back in 1992. That motorcycle was the size of a 600 at that point of time. It was the power of a liter class motorcycle at that point of time, and it created a fundamental change in how we think about liter class performance motorcycles. From then till now, the Fireblade has always been one of the most cherished brands there is. Honda's not only made small updates to the entire series of motorcycles, there's also a very special anniversary edition which we'll talk about last. So when Honda did the recent generation of Fireblades, they made a complete change to the Fireblade. It was a brand new model, much lighter than before, 214 PS to match whatever else was going on, and yet it was still 100% a Honda to ride, in the sense that it was a lot of performance, but it was delivered in the most calm, neutral manner possible. And the biggest thing people have held against this generation of Fireblades is that the gearing was just way too tall and it was really difficult to ride. Well, fixed. Honda's taken out the 40-tooth rear sprocket, added 3 teeth to the back, so it's a 43-tooth sprocket now, and that should make the Honda a lot easier to ride in everyday conditions as well as at the racetrack. The other changes are all also oriented towards the same thing, which is a little bit of a boost at the bottom and the mid-range, because 214 PS at the top end, honestly, I think you're doing fine. So to that end, the two intake funnels at the middle, number 2 and 3, they've been shortened by 15 mm. The intake ports have been reshaped, the exhaust has been reshaped. The exhaust is a 4x2x1. The 2 unit, the one in the middle, has been reshaped for better gas flow. And all of this is designed to allow the Fireblade to breathe better in the mid-range and produce more power. The Fireblades continue to retain all of the other real goodies, which is, for example, the semi-active Öhlins suspension, all of that all remains. The RR, the RR-R is still there. Fortunately, this year they've not a RR-RR, which really would have been too much, but they've not done that. What they've also done is taken the spring on the ride-by-wire throttle down a little bit, so the throttle will be lighter and that should feel better. And they've also tuned the software on Honda's traction control system, which they call HSTC, selectable torque. The HSTC system now runs faster, which means the time between the motorcycle starting to slide and the intervention coming in is reduced, which means traction control interventions will feel more natural, you'll feel less interrupted by them, and therefore you'll be able to use them better in your riding, especially at the racetrack. But what did they do apart from these updates? Well, you have an all-singing, all-dancing SP Anniversary Edition. And the beautiful thing about this is Honda's gone back to a lot of stuff that they used to do in 1992. So the chap who designed the graphics back in the day, Hiroaki Tsukui, he was called back to do the graphics for this blade as well. So the Anniversary Edition features brush strokes just like the first one used to, and I think it looks rather cool for that. There aren't any other mechanical changes to speak of, but it is a limited edition, which means once the anniversary blades have disappeared, all of them will disappear. So the question is, I know that a few of you are asking, would you be able to buy an anniversary edition SP Fireblade or not in India? Well, the answer to that is it depends on Honda Japan allocating these motorcycle units to India, and usually in a market the size of ours, 1 or 2 units will definitely arrive, and there will be a fair amount of contesting for those motorcycles to arrive in someone's garage, because think about it, whether you take them to the racetrack or not, it will be a collector's edition. So the prices, they will be outrageous, but then you will be buying Honda's absolute top motorcycle in the world right now if you can get your hands on it. And of course the 2022 Fireblades, the rest of them, the R, the RR, the RR-R and the RR-RR of course does not exist. All of these motorcycles will come to India. Expect a small price increment when they do. This is a motor show update coming from Honda, and we are not done with Honda just yet. The other thing that they showed at the show is the X-ADV 350, which is a smaller version of the X-ADV. The powertrain, it uses the same as the Forza 350, which was also at the motor show, but that receives a small update. The X-ADV is relatively a new scooter. It features designs that sort of takes inspiration from the Africa Twin and the larger X-ADV, but underneath is a 29 bhp 330cc engine, which it shares with the Forza 350. This is of course a slightly off-roady design for a scooter, which looks kind of cool, but it is in essence a maxi scooter, which means lots of storage under the seat and some amount of sporting ability. I have ridden the larger X-ADV a couple of times, and honestly, Despite what it looks like, it more or less feels like a really long maxi scooter. There is nothing spectacular about it in that sense. There was some discussion about the X-ADV 150 being ready to come to India. I hope that happens soon because I think Honda scooter line in India is very successful, but I think it can definitely stand to evolve a lot. So the Fireblade and the X-ADV 350 are the two big events for Honda at the EICMA show. This is a motor show update on PowerDrift. If you haven't, there's a subscribe button. It's just for you. It's free. Next to the subscribe button is the bell notification icon. Please do hit it if you haven't. When more videos from EICMA go out, you will get notified automatically. Please do like the video with the thumbs up and do show it to your friends, especially the guys who are aiming to get themselves the Honda Fireblade. I don't know how many R's there are, but the SP Anniversary Edition. Wow, this motor show really has motorcycles with long names. If you haven't, there are other videos from the motor show in which is a motorcycle with an even longer name. Thank you so much for watching. This is PowerDrift.
Despite Shumi's jokes, there are only two Fireblade models, the RR and the SP, plus the 30th anniversary edition.